Purpose of this video is to walk through on how to use Postman to potentially get the refresh token, ID token, and authorization code, and this will help you troubleshoot and ideally get a token that you can reuse and retest for your application against Azure AD B2C. This scenario is used quite a bit whenever application developers are testing, making changes to their policies, even expecting having certain behaviors for their application. So a few tools that we're going to use is we're going to use wot.io, and we'll use this just kind of to read the ID token. We're going to use Notepad++ to pretty much splice the ID token and the authorization code so we can pull that because we're going to request both of those as part of that scope. We're going to use Postman, and Postman is going to help us do the calls and help facilitate this flow after we get the ID token. And then we'll use Azure AD B2C to get the ID token to a successful authentication. So the first thing we need to do here is to get the ID token. There is an endpoint that you need to hit. I'm not going to go through in detail on how you configure this. We can follow up offline with a different video or give you instructions on how to do the configurations. But this is the endpoint that has everything you need to hit Azure AD B2C, the parameters, the scoping, all the good jazz. Once we log into this endpoint, we'll be able to get an authorization code. I'm going to copy that, paste it into just a new tab. Now I'm hitting the actual B2C login endpoint. I need to just put in some type of test user. Let's go ahead and log in. If I successfully log in, I should be good. Now from the URL, I can go ahead and copy that, and you can see here just kind of peeking, it already has the code in there. Let's go ahead and post what's in the URL. A little hard to read this, so we're going to splice it out. First thing you see here, there's the code equals. ID token's also in here, so if I do ID underscore token, it'll show exactly where I'm at. So now I've got two kind of artifacts that are sitting here. Let's take the and sign above it, let's remove that. Now we have both an authorization code and we have an ID token. So if I wanted to read this ID token, I can just copy this and paste it into wot.io to read it. You can see it kind of returned the same. So let's go back to Notepad++. Let's go ahead and grab that authorization code. We're going to use this authorization code to get a refresh token. Let's copy that over, switch over to Postman. Postman's got all the parameters we need. We're going to put it in our body of our call. Here's an old one that I used earlier. Let's go ahead and delete that, paste in the new one, and hit send. Let's do a new request. You can see here in the scoping, it issued me an ID token and a refresh token. So again, I can copy this just to prove it out. It is an actual ID token. Paste. Looks slightly different, but it's got everything I need here. So in the payload itself, we'll have all the information about the user object. Now, if I want to test this again to say, well, I want to take a refresh token, get a new ID token, I grab this refresh token. I have the new post call, it hits a different endpoint. If we have a parameter, refresh underscore token, again, copy this, delete. Let's paste that refresh token in there and hit send. It's should be returning me a new ID token as well as a refresh token. So again, if I was trying to test whether or not this ID token was correct, now that I've done my full cycle, not only did I first authenticate it, but I can do like an active login or a silent login to hit it again to get new values. I can test it and copy this, put it back in to our reader. As you can see here, this is all the information. So if it has like 10 different claims, you'll see all the claims listed here. And for the most part, that is how you do it end to end. Once you have this Postman configured, you're good to go. I plan on taking these and publishing and sharing these out so y'all can hit that as well and go and configure your own things.